It can't storm forever. There has to be a rainbow at the end. There has to be a rainbow at the end of that storm. It will pass, but it will only pass with time. If you are somebody who is struggling, who feels like they don't have a purpose within this life, that they have nothing to give, and they just feel like they're just, in a sense, a waste of space that God just put here on this earth, I want to let you know that every single second, every single minute, every single moment that you are here, that you are breathing, and that you are alive, should only signify to you that you're here for a reason, to fulfill some sort of definite purpose in this life. I feel like you've only served your purpose when you're gone and when you're not here. And so it's like knowing that and understanding this concept, I truly believe that each moment that we get to experience is an opportunity to be greater. And maybe we haven't discovered what we're here for, what our purpose is. Maybe we feel like life is just going not in the right direction. So it's like, what's the point in being here? God's strongest soldiers are supposed to go through all the hardship though. That's why they're called God's strongest soldiers. You'd be asking Zion's like, I don't want to be the one who just goes through a bunch of unnecessary bullshit for no reason. Like, why me? But it's like, why not you? Why would you not want all this hardship that's actually going to make you grow, that's actually going to make you better? It's like we have to lead with a perspective of that it's going to. That I may not know my purpose right now, but I'm here for a reason. God's making me go through all these challenges, all these obstacles, so I can get to the other side of knowing what I'm here to do. Getting to the other side of blessings. Like, we have to go through these storms. We have to go through moments of just uncomfortability to experience what he's been cooking up for you. But you had to throw these little obstacles your way to see how you will handle it and ultimately grow from it, because that's going to further your own personal development. It's like, yes, I understand how it may be hard. It was never made to be easy. It was never made to be a piece of cake. But it's like, I feel like we're only able to persevere and keep going through this journey by having a positive perspective about whatever situation we are in, and really giving ourselves everything that we, in a sense, seek from the world, like love, like happiness. We need to give that to ourselves so we can continue to keep going. We have to continue to give gratification for where we are within our journey, even though it may not be where we want to be. Appreciation for waking up and trying. Because I want to let you know I am proud of you. I'm proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for continuously trying to be better. And I need you to know that the effort that you are putting in and how you are presenting yourself, that does not go unnoticed. It doesn't go unnoticed to God. God sees that. He really does see that. He sees that you're working. And it's like, we just need to keep a level head, no matter the circumstance, no matter the misfortune, to keep a level head and to trust really in his faith. It's like, there's sometimes where I feel like we ask God to give us strength, ask God to give us patience, and then he'll put us in a position where we have to be patient, where we have to practice that. But then again, it's like we can only see it from that perspective by being open to seeing it from a different view and not the one that we're accustomed to seeing it with. It's like, for me, this year I was going through something where it's like I felt like I was alone in a sense. Of course, I always have myself, but in terms of community, outside of my family, like my mom and my sister, and even my godmother, I really feel like I didn't have anybody to confide in and lean on. During that time, I was on my own self-improvement journey, and others around me, I feel like, weren't on the same type of time that I was on. They weren't where I was at from a mental standpoint. This is not to say that I was better than them at all, or to sound conceited or narcissistic or anything. I don't, nothing like that. But I just knew we were just on two different pages. And that's just how it was. That's just how it was at that time. And so I kind of felt alone, that I can't really relate to somebody in the ways I would want to, or talk to somebody, or be friends with somebody. And so I spent a lot of this past year alone, by myself, trying to really, find my community. And so this is all to say that despite me feeling somewhat alone and feeling like I was put in a difficult circumstance, in an uncomfortable circumstance, I had to continue to trust in God's faith. And by doing that, I was able to discover more about myself. I was able to discover that this uncomfortable circumstance that I feel like I was being put in was actually a blessing. It was actually supposed to serve me. It just meant that I had to make room for people who could really align with me. And I had to be open to that. I couldn't reject that. I couldn't be like, why me? Why me? Why can't I connect with any of my friends? Like, what's happening? Like, I had to give myself an opportunity to be open to that and not try to force a connection with any of my friends, and just allow things to be how they are and be just accepting of the change. And this is a lot like if you're feeling like you have no purpose within this life. You know, it can seem uncomfortable. It can seem scary. And so it's like learning to trust within God's plan for you, despite not knowing, is the best thing you can do. It's like, I feel like all we have to do is just continue to try and to continue to have faith. How we feel right now is a temporary feeling that we will not feel forever. And so it's like with each moment that we are in, we have to ride the wave. See this moment as a moment. It's just a moment, not a defining moment of our life or anything above that. Just a moment that we are just supposed to experience. And really understand that every new moment is new. And we should treat it as it is new as well, ourselves included. And so it's like, it's important for us to not live in reference to anything of the past. If you had a bad day one day, just see that bad day as a bad day. And then when you're able to experience something new, see it as something new because it is new, you know, and make the best of it with the time that you have, not just dwelling within negative feelings and emotions that aren't serving you. We just have to remember to be within our present moment, you know, and understand that every single second, every single moment we are here, it is not a waste. The time that you get to spend here is not insignificant. Stop thinking it is, because it's not. It is meant for you to experience. You are meant to indulge in all the beautiful parts of life. You're just experiencing some of the challenges, and I wouldn't even say misfortunes, because it's either a lesson or a blessing at the end of the day. So you're experiencing some of the challenges and obstacles of life right now, and you will continue to experience them. And it seems tough, and it seems like you can't overcome it, but you can, and you will, only by trusting the process though. Having more faith within yourself and having more faith within God to persevere, that things will get better, because it's like leading with a positive perspective. Things become a little bit more clear and not as clouded by just choosing to give yourself a perspective that best accommodates you, makes you feel comfortable within your current circumstance or situation. There are a lot of things that are unknown about life, but it's like by putting your faith and putting really your optimism, not only within your words, but with the energy you bring. It's like you put positive connotations on the present and on what's to come, instead of showering negativity on your own experience and on yourself as well. But this is all to say that everything will get better as long as you believe it for yourself, and that you give yourself a perspective that can cater to that belief. Then it will. It's always on you in terms of how you want to see your world, how you want to see yourself. It's all up to you. But yeah, that's all for this video. Whatever slump you're going through, you will overcome it. It is all about your perspective though. So you got this. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm beyond thankful and grateful for each and every single one of y'all. Stay blessed, stay easy, and smile today. All right? Peace.